We're going to do a real quickie how to make a animal for paper mache. Okay, I've got my flour ready. I've got some water ready. Mix that up to actually mix for the paper mache, flour and water. I stopped by Kroger this morning and got a handful of flyers. I thought I was going to get yesterday's, but I ended up getting today's or tomorrow's. So we'll need that. And what we'll do is fold it in half. And it's hard to get newspaper nowadays because nobody reads the newspaper anymore. Mostly it's just everybody reads the newspaper over the internet. So it's a little bit weird trying to get newspaper. I was like going, okay. I used to be able to call parents and say, hey, could you bring me some of all those newspapers you have? And they'd send tons. You do get this in the mail every week if you live in a house. You can bring that. We do need that. So I'm going to just take this. I'm just going to tear strips. Now, they use the same technique or a little bit different technique yesterday I saw in making piñatas. If you've ever been to New Orleans to Mardi Gras, they have lots of parades and floats. You can actually work for them. They actually hire people, artists, year-round to actually be a float maker. So we're going to put that to the side. I'm going to put this back up here. Now we're going to use simple coat racks. We do have some heavier wire, but it seems like it's being too much. So manipulating a piece of wire is not that hard. You just have to bend it. So I'm going to take this one. And it means using your brain a little bit more. So if we wanted to make this big guy, okay, we're going to do it like this. So we're making a curve to give it that 3D look. Now we're going to use this. Let's see if we want to use it as a foot or not. Yeah, we could use that for a foot. You have to remember that you're wrapping this whole thing with newspaper. You're wrapping it with newspaper, so you don't have to see it all. And how can we tie it together? So this, oops, go away, go down there. I'm going to take this one and kind of loop it around the other one. Now, when you want to become, when you say you're an artist, it says that you're creative. It may means that you're thinking out of the box. Out of the box means you might not think exactly like everybody else. You come up with some crazy ideas. Oh, check that out. Do I already have something 3D? Yes, I got two legs here. I'll pull this one back down over here. I'm going to wrap it around here like that. So now I've got to get these legs kind of straight though. There we go. But this leg don't want to act right. So what are we going to do? We're going to make this the leg. You can always change up just a little bit. It's not going to hurt you to change your mind. What I do find with a lot of kids, they want to be perfect from the get-go. Look, that leg is kicking out like that. I don't want it to kick out like that. Oops, I turned it, I made it too big. There we go. Flip it all the way around again. Now, this is just the armature. Does it have to be perfect? No, because you're going to put, and another thing I thought about stuffing with is plastic rags. You can get, look how I got a better stomach, like that. Okay, stay. So now we got a leg, we got a leg, we got a leg. This little leg's kind of weird. But do they have to be perfect underneath? No. All right. Got a leg and a leg. Now we need something coming up. Got to have a neck, doesn't it? So how are we going to connect these two together? Why not with those hooks? Let's see. What am I making? I don't even know what I'm making yet. I think I'm going to cook this on the back side. I can take this, and the reason the coat hangers are wrapped together is to strengthen it. So I'll do a little giraffe. Okay, so I can't squeeze this one. Oh, yeah, well, I can. Didn't think I could. Sometimes if you think you can't do something, you just have to try. Okay, so squeeze that. I'm going to try and pull this up just a little bit so it'll have a better back. Squeeze this up here. Squeeze this together. And now we have an animal, right? So I'm going to take this. How long did that take me? About 5 or so minutes. So now, turn that over a little bit. Thank goodness for Kroger and all these plastic people. Now, newspaper I like because it's bulkier, but we'll put it on the top. I think it's more looking like dinosaur. Now, can you change your mind while you're doing it? Yep. So, here. Now, what if I want to put, I only have little lines going down, but what if I want to put pads on his feet? Can I do that? Yeah, you can go back and do that. And we have plenty of cardboard, so if you want to use cardboard to go back and do it. And we haven't even gotten the tape out yet. This way we get to save on tape. We don't have to use as much, maybe. So I'm stuffing everything. Now I'm going to take a couple pieces of tape. Try not to use too much. Does it kind of look like an animal?
Yeah.
Is that all I'm asking for?
Yes.
No, we don't have to do it real tight. Because and we can't do his neck too heavy because it'll make it do what?
Fall over.
Fall over. And I just messed up the tape. But that's okay. There we go. Oh, you know what? I think I want to use a piece of paper to kind of make it, kind of cover it. Oh, look, that made it look pretty cool, huh? That gave it more 3D look, didn't it? Just that one piece of paper. I dropped the tape. this leg is looking pretty weird. So I'm going to take the paper, the baggie, kind of hook it in there. Oh, now wrap it around. Maybe that's smarter. Okay? So sometimes you just have to rethink. That's better, isn't it? But it doesn't really look like a leg. So we want it to, if you want it to look like it has actually muscles, you can make it look like muscles by just stuffing it. I'll put this one little piece of tape around here because this part needs to be thicker. So just get more back. Alrighty, come on. Take that on there. Hey, that looks pretty good. Now I can keep on going, but I want to go ahead and show you how to do the mix the paper mache. So just gonna take a little bit of water. It's just like making pancakes. So you just put a little bit of water in there, and you don't want to leave it setting out too long. It will stink. It will spoil. Even though it doesn't have any milk in it, it is still. It becomes live once you put that water in there. And I'll come in the classroom, it smells like soured eggs, bad eggs. You're like, oh, Miss Turner, what's that smell? It's paper mache. It's spoiled. And you can do this just on top of a balloon if you want to, and add this. It's cheaper to do the wire hangers than it is to go buy balloons. But balloons is the easy way to make balloons and cereal boxes. If you wanted to make a piñata, it's the easiest way to do it. It's about like pancake mix. Okay, now I just did that with 2 little fingers. Oh, I forgot to put my apron on in case of the messes. I just happen to have some handy dandy paper towel. But that's not the only time you have to get messy. So now we're going to take our strips. And now if you go online and you see to do this, I like mine thinner. And you just dip it in there, 2 sides. Put your fingers together like scissors. Flip it over. And now, we just do the head.
It's like glue.
And it's just like, yeah, because see, that's what flour does in your tummy sometimes. It just sticks. Yeah. So that's how come you have to make sure you're eating vegetables and stuff. If you have a diet of all just carbs and flour and water and stuff, and you wonder, oh, I'm so much bigger than I used to be. Yeah, and you're not exercising, it'll stick to you. And make you a little chubby. Then you would go, ah! And if that happens, you might have to have an empty can or something around and set it on there to balance it. But you make sure that all of your points are nice and smooth. If they're not, you'll be going, oh, how am I going to fix it? It looks weird. Now, what if you wanted to make a nice round something? You can. You just ball the, I want to make them a big old eye. So you do it like that. And tear this again. Get some more gooey. Being gooey doesn't mean it's going to stick any better. And I know boys don't really like to have a lot of this, but once you start doing this part, it actually gets fun. You don't ever throw it on anybody or do anything weird like that. Or I've had kids take it and put it on my aprons. Don't do that because it gets hard and crusty and yucky and it won't wash out. It won't wash out. Huh?
So kind of like paint.
It's worse than paint. It's like stucco to build a house with. It's like cement, nearly. Flour and water is serious.
It's like Gorilla Glue, but not as sticky.
All right. So, and you can mold it however you want to. That's the point. But you want to get all those edges down and covered. And so then when you come in the next day, it should be dry. So by next Friday, everybody should have theirs done. And then the next week we can paint them. So, I mean, we're running out of time. So we got to work pretty quickly. Cole, you didn't say anything. You didn't say, Miss Turner, I can't see what you're doing. Okay, so here's my little guy I made.
It looks like an ostrich.
It looks like a what?
Ostrich.
Oh, maybe that's what it's going to end up being. So guess what I have? If you want to do a bird, I have about 30 or 40 of these things. You are welcome to cut off those and we can put them on. Okay? So yes, anything you want to make with feathers, we got feathers. Let me show you one more time, Cole. I'm going to dip my paper in the gooey stuff. Then you take your fingers like scissors. Oops. And you just do like that. And then I'll put it over this way. And you can make little bitty beads. You can make eyes. You can make texture with this. Post it on our site also. And it's Jocelyn Art of Time. So that's all for today. Bye.